I'm on supervised release. So,
hey, how is your probation officer doing?
you know what I was thinking was funny? I actually thought about this, and I thought, there's no way. Even the suggestion, she'd be irritated at me. I was thinking, Danny, I should suggest to Danny that he asks her to come on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
She'd never do it.
No, I know.
She would never do it.
Yeah.
She's already told me, basically.
She can't, right?
I don't know that she can't, but I think her whole thing is she's like, I don't want to be famous. Do you understand? Like, she doesn't like it when I mention her. She's like, oh, she hasn't said don't mention me again.
Yeah.
But she's like, you do understand, Mr. Cox, I don't want to be famous, right? I heard the podcast last night. You mentioned me. I don't want to be famous. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I feel real bad about that. I'm sorry about that. It's my bad. They asked me. You know, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
But I'll bet you she's got some stories.
I think people would
yeah.
be into it, just like hearing
Definitely.
like the people in your orbit who have the stories about you, to get maybe some of the details that you're leaving out, or to get just a different perspective on it. I think would be really interesting.
Oh, I don't feel like she trusts me.
She probably
I
doesn't.
feel like we're not close like that. I feel like she's very she's concerned.
She's your probation officer.
Yeah, her job is not to trust
yeah,
you.
I know, but it hurts. I'm still have feelings.
Because he can't get the edge.
I still
on
have
her. It's the
feelings,
one
Danny.
person
One
she can't
person.
get the edge on.
Did somebody donate 100 Norway monies?
Yeah, I thought it was $100 at Norway monies. That is the legitimate.
What are they
term
called?
for it.
It
Knox?
may be $6.
Norwegian
it may
coin?
be $500.
Somebody converted it to $9.01.
Nice.
$9.71.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
$9.70.
Thank you.
It's like
Read their
$2.
comment.
Yeah, I got some comments from the people who are paying for their questions. Appreciate you.
Nice.
You're paying for the crab, and we are super grateful for it.
Yep.
Crab will be here soon.
This one comes from Joseph Berkeley. Matt, what element of the con did you enjoy the most? Was it the money, or did you get more of a rush by duping the system?
This is horrible. It's horrible.
They
why
paid
it's-
for it.
Truthfully,
paid
what
for it.
was it?
Truthfully, you know why it's horrible?
Yeah, come on.
Let me tell you why it's horrible. Because I'll answer it, and I'll get 40 people that'll be like, "Oh, this guy's awesome. He's amazing." And I'll get one guy that's like, "This guy's a fucking scumbag, low-life, bragging piece of shit. They should have killed him." And I'm like,
No matter what, you're going to get that
"My
guy.
God."
Yeah, that's everything on the internet.
That's everything, especially on
Yeah.
YouTube.
And if you're gonna have like the #1 trending scammer site on YouTube, you're gonna be getting a lot of that. So
Yeah,
you better
I
get
know.
some thick skin.
And well, I'm pretty thick-skinned, but it's still a lot of times it's like, they're talking about chopping somebody's head off, or
Yeah.
you should bury him under the bridge. Like, you got an anger management problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got more than an anger management problem. They got some.
That's
deep,
why
deep-seated
you're
issues.
we're in the bat cave. Mm-hmm. You don't put yourself out there because you know.
So what is your answer to that?
That's probably going to be that. It's going to be me doing this, and that's going to be your thing next.
Yeah, that'll be a thing. And then I'll make your eyes all weird and big and bloodshot.
Nice.
Bloodshot.
What would be the best? That's a hard question, bro. Because honestly, look, if I had $1 million, I had like 1.3 million in the bank. I've had $1 million in the bank. I didn't live in $1 million house.
That's a lot of commas.
I wasn't living in a $500,000 condo. I wasn't driving a Lamborghini. I was driving in a decent sports car, not red, silver, black, something very.
What kinds?
I've had Audis, I've had Mercedes, I've had Infinitis. But those are just those aren't like amazing cars. They're $60,000-$70,000. They're not. It's not a $300,000 or $500,000
Right.
$400,000 Lamborghini.
Right.
Because then everybody's looking at you and people start asking questions, and just something nice.
Yeah,
But that's it.
Lamborghini's like over the line.
Lamborghini. Everybody. I've known 5 guys that have had Lamborghinis. Every one of them's an
Didn't you
asshole.
just meet 2 guys who drove twin
twin
Ferraris?
Ferraris?
Who were those guys?
Those were
The plastic surgery
plastic
twins.
surgery.
You met them
guy
on the
and
Bubba the Love Sponge
Bubba
show.
the Love Sponge show.
What's a twin Ferrari?
Well, it's not.
Well,
no.
these are twin brothers, right? They both do plastic
They have
surgery.
matching
No, one
Ferraris.
And they
does
have matching Ferraris.
One does plastic surgery, but they're both attorneys, and they both had black Ferraris. But when I mentioned they were matching, they go, no, they're actually different. And I
Are
was
those
like,
the guys from the billboards that look exactly the
yes.
same?
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, because now they're lawyers. They're both.
Yeah.
Diaco.
One of them has a goatee and the
Oh,
other
yeah.
doesn't. That's how you tell them apart.
Oh, really? I don't know that. I'll
Yeah.
check the billboard next time.
But these guys are creepy.
What was it? Was it Winters and no? What was the fucking last names? Was it Diaco or was it Winters and Yonker?
No, they're
No.
they're Diakos, the Diaco
Okay,
brothers.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
definitely
they were the
Diaco.
doctors.
Are you thinking of
They do all
Culpepper
the
Curlin?
the
Culpepper
breast implants.
Curlin.
Yeah, they
Culpepper
want a set of Diakos,
Yeah.
right?
The
Yeah,
most
that's what
fire
Bubba always
local
says.
You gotta
She
set
got a set of
Diakos.
Diakos.
Diakos,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, because he did
He does all the
he
titties.
he put the titties on the
No,
girl.
no, don't. Let's not say that. Don't do it.
on,
We
Don't
can't
do
go
it.
there. We're
No.
live. There's no editing.
No,
going
yeah,
now.
don't
Okay.
do it. That's just mean spirited. You're killing me. So
Come on
listen.
Oh,
Okay, so what would be the best part? I mean, what would you say? Listen, the best part for me, honestly, and you tell me, it's she says, why can't I find the live version?
Really?
Okay.
Who said that?
My ex-wife.
Oh.
She's funny. So it's how do I send the link?
Just I don't know.
You got text it to her.
Okay, what's the link? Can I just put concrete?
Yeah, I'll text you a link right now.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
All
Keep
right,
going.
all right. So, listen, is it fooling somebody? I don't know. Listen. There was no bigger thrill than walking in the bank, putting down an ID that was issued by the state of Florida or South Carolina, North Carolina. You walk in, you put down your driver's license, you hand them all the fake documents, you sign some documents, they hand you a check for $250,000, and then they thank you for ripping them off and tell you
Hell
you have
yeah.
been the best customer I've ever worked with Mr. Black. Well, thank you very much. All right, well, Lee, you have a good day. Jennifer, you have a good day too. And walking right out. I mean, let's face it, that's amazing. Walking through passport control and giving them a passport, and they go, Mr. Sullivan, are you here for business or pleasure? And you're like, I'm here for pleasure. And they're like, oh, okay. All right, well, thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Thank you very much. And sign here. And you're good. Thank you. You walk out and you're like, this is ridiculous. I mean, you feel like James
Damn.
Bond.
Hell yeah.
So is it the thrill? I would have to say it is the thrill. And it's not that I'm trying to make somebody
Definitely.
look bad. It's just that it's amazing that I guess that you're getting away with it.
Of course.
You walk out, you get into a nice car, you go stay at a nice hotel, you're
Right.
dating an amazing looking chick, you've got tons of money. I mean, it's a
Right. And you
great
scammed
feeling.
everybody.
You know, I mean, I hate to say that, but I
But
mean,
yeah,
it's
you
know,
didn't spend your own money.
so
was
I mean,
free.
it would have to be the thrill, right? It's got to be the
Definitely.
thrill. I mean, it's because it's not the money, because I wasn't living like a multimillionaire or
Right.
anything. I wasn't blowing money. I wasn't driving a Ferrari. I mean, I'm just
Having a good
That's a
time.
bad question. Anyway,
If
give me the
Shane
link.
had $50,000 in the bank, he'd be driving a Ferrari.
until that next payment came
Hell
due.
yeah.
Are
Surely if I got
you
50,
sending-
they'll
are you
finance
sending
me
me
a
the link?
Ferrari.
Yeah, I
You
got
send me
this.
the link?
I got this. Look what I got.
I got cash.
Oh.
We're good.
Yeah, 50.
Oh, you sent it to me? Okay, cool. Copy.
Next question.
Awesome.
You got more money questions?
Yeah, we got more money questions. Tell Danny to shotgun a beer. Somebody paid $5 for that.
Tell me to shotgun a beer?
Mhm.
I'm not shotgunning a beer for $5.
Damn.
Fuck that. I'll
Shane?
eat a crab leg.
For 5?
For $5?
No, I think you're up to. I'm already like 5 deep.
Matt, you want to shotgun a Starbucks for $5?
I don't think I can. No, I can't. Say that.
Chug the
I
rest of
don't-
that
this worries me.
frappuccino.
This looks like it's got alcohol in it.
No, hell no.
Starbucks.
That's a
I don't know,
Starbucks
don't they
double
have
shot.
Kahlua, right? Kalua's got,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It's like coffee, right?
Yeah, that's not Kahlua though.
No, yeah, you're good on that.
Oh, let's check on the crab. See where the
That's
crab's
double
at.
shot.
This is pretty
I
good.
figured you like white chocolate.
Oh,
I don't know
I don't know
why.
why that there's like
I don't know,
there's
but
some sexual connotation
like it?
there. This is good.
crab's
You
almost
guessed right.
here.
Oh man.
Will you go out and get it for us?
Yeah.
Get me my crab.
So
All
this
right.
is 1, 2.
What's the next question?
You're-
Oh, wait,
you're
wait,
really
wait.
good
Do you
at
have
I
any
was-
questions
I had a
off
guy
of
call me a
Instagram?
metrosexual today.
They're all printed.
I don't know.
What's metrosexual?
It's like to me, it's somebody who's like a guy that's like so into himself. He's almost like a girl. Like he gets everything has to be so, and he gets face peels and
It's kind of like what you
That
are.
sounds more like
Stop.
OCD.
What's her name?
Sam.
Sam.
What's a metrosexual?
She doesn't have a mic.
Was see? Okay, she didn't know either.
She don't know.
She know help.
I don't really
She's
know
not
what it is
qualified to
either.
answer the question.
Well, you got a
What
shitload
is
of
it?
plastic
Luke,
surgery,
you got
right?
Yeah,
the
but-
laptop. Look it up.
Let's look it up.
Google it up.
Metrosexual. We're learning here.
Yeah,
This-
what
Yeah.
what
This
is the
show
de-
is all
Never-
about growth.
what is the definition of a metrosexual?
A young urban heterosexual male with liberal political views, an interest in fashion, and a refined sense of taste.
Wow, I was way off. I mean, I thought
All
it
they
had
missed
something
was
to do
the
with-
fine arts degree.
Yeah.
I thought Why are you laughing?
yeah.
You have a fine arts degree.
I know. I'm comfortable with my fine arts
I
degree.
am too.
I'm just jealous I don't have one.
This is the fine arts degree side of the table.
Yeah. This is the no degrees side of the table.
Oh, listen to this. I'm jogging right today. I looked at. I found a cell phone, an iPhone. I mean, this is like one of the big, nice. Like I was like, wow. I was like, pick it up. I look around. Nobody's there. It's on the sidewalk. I wait about 5 minutes listening to the radio. Okay. Finally, I call Stacy and I go, hey, I found an iPhone. How do I find out whose it is? And she goes, is it locked? And I said, yeah, it's the thumbprint thing. She goes, okay, well, take it with you. They'll call you eventually. So I'm jogging back. I jog for like 5 or 10 minutes. Somebody calls the cell phone. I pick up the cell phone. I answer it. The woman says, did you find a cell phone? I said, yeah, I found your cell phone. She says, oh, gosh. I go, where are you? And she said, I'm here. I said, okay, I'm here. And she says, okay, well, how can you bring it to me? And I went, well, I'm 5-10 minutes away. You're here. Can you meet me halfway? Just head down. It was a Bell Lake Road. And she goes, well, I'd have to cross the street then. And I went, oh, well, we wouldn't want that. I said, okay, I'll bring it to you. So I jog all the way back there. I give her the cell phone. Listen, this is I thought, well, maybe maybe she's in a wheelchair. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
She didn't want to cross the road. What? I don't.
Yeah.
It was Collier. I mean, it's 2 lanes. It's not a big deal. Anyway, the point, that's not going to happen. So I give her the phone.
There's a like a little button on the side of the iPhone. And if you hit it, if you switch it, it'll make your phone silent. And it just vibrates when people call.
It doesn't bother me.
It's really cool.
Damn,
it's
does it bother you?
It's a really cool invention.
I mean,
well, we are like on a talk show right now.
I mean, you're killing me, bro. So, what are you doing? So anyway, yeah, I give her the phone. She just takes the phone. She goes, thank you, and turns around and walks off. I just jogged. You couldn't cross the road. You're like 40.
What'd she look like?
I mean, she was frumpy. You know what frumpy looks like? It's not good.
A little baggy?
Yeah.
All right.
She needed to. She should have met me halfway. She needed to meet me
Yeah.
halfway. And I know that sounds mean-spirited, but the fact of the matter is, she was a big one. Anyway, the point.
Yikes.
Yeah. Nothing. You know, and here's the thing. Like Stacey goes, she tried to give you some money. I said, well, no. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to take any money. Like she said, let me give you $20. I'd be like, no, of course not. I don't want. But it'd be nice if you offered. I found your phone. I returned your phone.
Jogged it to you.
I jogged back like 10 minutes, and now I have to go back again.
Double time.
Listen, I'm not being nice anymore.
It's karma.
My therapist tells me, oh, you have to do selfless acts and everything. That's over. Over.
They say
no more selfless
no
acts.
good deed goes unpunished.
That's true.
I mean,
That
it
is
was just
good.
mean.
What's the next question?
Wait, I have something that is probably the best thing I've seen in the live chat from Daniel Gmail. We have confirmation on what a metrosexual is
Nice.
and should be defined as from here on out. Someone who is sexually attracted to trains.
Ooh, oh shit!
Trains?
Metro.
Literally.
It's just silly.
It's a name for a train.
It's just silly.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel Gmail. All right, next question. I just really went off the rails there.
that was a hard hitter.
That was a hard one.
All right, we got Bobby_McCutcheon. How much left of your restitution is there to pay?
Ooh, that's a good question.
5,970,000. I paid off about a little over 30 to probably close to 35, maybe 35,000.
Really?
I had a job. I mean, I didn't have a job.
make
I was
you
in
pay.
prison.
35,000 since when? When did you start paying it?
Oh no. That was almost instantly. They were selling stuff off. So when I got to $6 million, a month or two later, they had sold some stuff off, so that went towards restitution.
Sold some stuff.
What
off.
stuff? Like your cars and shit?
No, they'd already sold all that.
Oh.
Like they sold all that. None of that went towards restitution.
Yeah.
And the restitution that they hit me with, they were saying 9.5 million, and I was
Damn.
arguing.
Hell no.
I've never seen 9.5 million. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I never got 9.5 million. So we start arguing.
Yeah.
And we got them down to 6 million. They were like, well, is it this much? I'm like, and they're like, look, the FBI is saying it's 11.5 million. We went 9.5, and I'm like, so we went back and forth, and I got it to 6 million.
All
But
right.
then as soon as my sentencing was over, they were selling stuff off. They ended up selling some vacant lots or something, and they got like 30 grand in. And then since then, I pay $150 a month, no matter what. You have to pay the $150. And then I pay 25% of anything I make over $2,000. So I pay $150, and if I make $3,000, it's $150 plus 25% of the extra $1,000. So it's $250 plus $150. So it's whatever, $400. That's $400 bucks. So I've been paying $360, $200, $500, $150. I've only been doing that for about a year. I don't know what that's come to. It's maybe come to $2,000 or $3,000, something like that. Not that much. I mean, what are you going to do?